named David Mao. And David Mao was major historian. He lived during the time of Kamehameha the first reign, and then when the missionaries came. And then by Tutuban, his son moved to Hawaii Island and built these fish ponds. And it's a sustainable fish pond that's an ecosystem within itself. This pond here is a picture of the Francis E. Brown ponds over on the Kohala side of the island of Hawaii. Beautiful fish ponds. They restored the fish ponds, and it's now a working fish pond. And they're growing koi, they're growing mullet, and they're growing other things in it. But wait, why do we need cages for? When these guys should be taking all of the fish ponds all around the islands and restoring these fish ponds so that we can take care of our family over here. You guys are our family. You guys are our ohana. How come we're not taking care of each other? But instead, they're trying to take care of the guys in China, the guys in Canada, the guys in Japan. They're not taking care of them all. Oh, Mike,
the picture before that, where was that fish pond?
oh, this one was on Hawaii. This picture, right here. Beautiful place that Kamehameha School is using to restore that pond. And so now we're getting the families to come together. We're getting the keiki to come together. And we're teaching people sustainability. And this is bringing the communities together. Just like this. This is how we should be working. Families, communities, and neighbors all coming together to malama. The pond and malama, the fish. This is what we're trying to get to. Not the cages. Because the cages are only, no. This is not the Hawaiian way to do things. But yet we're passing it on and telling them, oh, our Hawaiians were aquaculturists. We bet, we were the best. What happened to you? You guys got all the science behind you, and how come? What's the problem? A few weeks ago, I had to take a trip up to California. I really don't like to go there. I like staying in Puna, where I live. But we had to go because what's happening is that Monterey Bay Aquarium has got what they call a list of fish that they send out to everybody in the end. That's how you, and the Monterey Bay's list is people literally buy from that list in Monterey Bay puts up. Okay. And so the Gumapac that these guys call it is on that list. And so we went to deliver a letter in protest of Monterey Bay putting the Gumapac on because they took a look at it as scientists. They never considered the cultural aspect and the impact on the culture here. So when we delivered that letter, they opened up their eyes and said, we now need to start to consider the cultural impact. Because it's not just us. We've got some American Indians that have to deal with that, with the salmon farms that are being used. We have many other native peoples that they have totally ignored on these impacts. And so it was like a light went on with the guys at Monterey Bay Aquarium. So in the next meeting, which I think is going to be in September or October, when they take it on, because the Kondu is on a probationary period with the Monterey Bay. This will have a significant monetary impact on Honolulu. should they be taken off that list? So that's why the guys in Honolulu, they don't like the Economic Council. And for us, the Economic Council, we're not only dealing with this, we're dealing with the 30-meter telescope, we're dealing with the accessibility up at Mount Kale, we're dealing with the illegal harvesting of oak trees that's going on, we're dealing with all of the illegal buoys that are being placed in ancient fishing grounds, that commercial dive-to operations are putting all these illegal buoys so that it's a gathering of fish and they can take their people to go dive for tours. And this is just, and the list just keeps going on and on. So this is just one small part. So we had to deliver this. And luckily, I ran into Christina the first time she came to her home. This is only the second time. You know, so her experience is really large. She is white. And so the first time, found out about this one here. What is our watch? You know, and so she explained to me who they were. And I said, well, you know, we're going to sit on our story. Maybe from an environmental standpoint, we need to attach a cultural standpoint so that together we can form a pretty good alliance. And we have. It's worked out really, really well. So some of you, if you haven't, on the table, there's a little card. Take the card and please sign it so that we can send it in to the Monterey Bay Aquarium to take off upon launching. Okay? A lot of questions. What does sustainability mean? How can you ascertain that there's something real, sustainable? There's all of these other questions that are involved. You know, and then briefly, what about the cultural impact? The cultural impact, I got to go back to Honolulu. Because when Honolulu came a couple years ago, they wanted to expand their operation. Okay? Because what they had was about 90 acres of ocean farms. So they wanted to expand to quadruple their production level. All right? So I filed a contested case in the DLNR hearing to stop that expansion because they wanted to expand at that time to another 300 acres. And then the Kona community stood up against what they wanted to do, so they had to downsize it. So they said, oh, we just like expanded by another 30 or 40 more acres. But that was going to triple their output, right? So we raised a question when we get back to social justice. We raised the question that they were paying at that time for 90 ocean acres only $14,000 a year to the state, the Illinois. And at that time, they were generating about $2 million. And so Neil Sims said, well, you know, we're going to help the Hawaiians. Some of our money goes to the Office of Hawaiian Affairs, of which we all know only 20% of that comes to the Office of Hawaiian Affairs. So per year, per acre, it works out to be about $600, maybe $700 a year. And so Neil Sims goes around and says, we're helping the Hawaiian people. We're providing income to the Hawaiian people under 20% off of seed payments. I object. No, you're not helping us. You're creating a problem. Because now the state is entering into a lease agreement that we say is illegal because they never included us in that decision-making process. So we filed an objection. And I'd like to introduce Representative Nellie Carroll, the chairs.
I just have a question. In the propaganda that these companies are promoting their fish farm, are they using the word sustainability?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. I said it's hard.
There are.
Yes. Every one of them is saying that the practice that they are engaging in is a sustainable practice. And this is why the Monterey Bay Aquarium gave Honolulu